I've been thinking about this past year of my life. I've been thinking through kind of what I want the next year of my life to be like. And I don't know about you, but for me, there's honestly a lot to unpack. This past year for me has had a lot of joy. And at exactly the same time, this past year has had a whole lot of difficulty and a whole lot of pain. It really wasn't one thing, it doesn't fit into a simple category. I mean, so, on the one hand, my firstborn baby was born about 4 months ago, and I think that's really cool. Babies are cool, and mine is cooler than every other baby. That's, not my opinion. That's just like a fact. Scientists have decided, right? But I've never experienced anything like raising an infant before, and it has changed absolutely everything. There is two parts to my life. There's the part before my son was born, and now there's this part of my life that comes after my son is born, and it is awesome. But at exactly the same time that this past year has brought so much joy and beauty and goodness, it's also brought a lot of difficulty and pain. There were so many things that I felt like I was supposed to do that just completely fell apart this year. And once I got into it, there was a whole bunch of things I thought the Lord was kind of calling me to do that He did not give me success in. I got midway into the process, and everything imaginable just went completely wrong, did not work out. One thing after another this past year was like that. I mean, honestly, it has felt like one step forward, two steps back, two steps forward, three steps back, just about the entire past year. There was a string of repeating disappointments. Maybe you've had something kind of like that this year or in the past. And I think this is more frustrating than anything, because I like things to be simple. I think we really want our story to be simple. We want to be able to say, this was a good year, that was a bad year. But real life just doesn't really work like that. Um, Real life is filled with seasons that are mixed good and bad, joy and beauty, loss and frustration. And I have a really hard time processing that. I have a hard time accepting that. And yet, I think that one of the marks of maturity is learning not to pretend that one cancels out the other, kind of learning to hold both at the same time. Learning to be genuinely grateful for the good things that happen and genuinely honest about the painful things that happen and not rush past either one. I have not really figured out how to do that. I don't know about you, but that's something that the Lord is growing us into year after year. He's growing us into people who can be genuinely content no matter how things are going in